One person arrested after an armed standoff with law enforcement in Van Buren County. What we know about the incident so far. Plus, one West Michigan community's 4th of July celebrations looked very different this year. How Schoolcraft residents stepped up to ensure there was still a patriotic parade.
Covering West Michigan to protect and alert you. This is News Channel 3, live at 5.
A wanted fugitive is in police custody tonight, but only after an armed standoff. Thanks for joining us. I'm Princess Johnny Steverson. Authorities say the man actually threw pipe bombs at them. News Channel 3's Abigail Taylor is live in Kendall with what we are learning. Abigail?
This is still very much so a developing situation out here with several agencies on scene. We have MSP's forensic unit, we have the bomb squad. They're still gathering some information out here. And as we continue to follow this case, my photographer is going to actually zoom in behind me and you can see the RV that officials say this fugitive actually was throwing pipe bombs out of. Now, the Van Buren County Sheriff's Office tells us this all unraveled as deputies were about to arrest the suspect on a felony warrant. They say the man instead barricaded himself inside that RV. As they were getting a search warrant, the Sheriff's Office says something exploded inside of the RV, and this caused a fire that the suspect quickly extinguished. And at that point, the Sheriff's Office called in the SWAT team and the bomb squad. Then they say the suspect brought out what appeared to be a firearm and announced to deputies he was going to shoot every officer on scene. And that's when responding law enforcement say they used tear gas, but they say the fugitive still was able to throw a pipe bomb at the officers. That's when they say they set off another round of tear gas as the suspect was stepping out of the RV with another pipe bomb. The squad used what they call a less lethal gun to stop him and were able to take him into custody alive.
You know, we were very pleased the way this turned out because obviously it could have turned out a lot different, not only for the officers and deputies that were here, but for the suspect as well. So, truth be told, it couldn't have worked out no better on paper. Nobody lost their life. Bad guy's in custody, and now he'll face charges and ultimately go back to prison for what he done.
The suspect was first taken to a local hospital, and then he'll be held at the Van Buren County Jail as he expects to face charges. Live in Kendall, Abigail Taylor, News Channel 3.
Well, tonight we're also keeping an eye on Washington, D.C. as President Donald Trump is expected to sign his big, beautiful spending bill at any time. It was passed by Congress yesterday in time for Trump's 4th of July deadline. The bill calls for increased spending for border security and military, but also makes changes to safety net programs, including Medicaid. The bill will also add more than $3 trillion to the deficit over 10 years, according to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. We'll continue to keep an eye on this and let you know when the bill has officially been signed. We're taking a live look now over downtown Kalamazoo on this 4th of July. A few raindrops earlier today, but otherwise a sunny and warm afternoon for your celebrations. Meteorologist Will Haney is in the Weather Alert Center with a look at your holiday weekend. Will?
Yeah, hey there, Princess. Pretty picturesque 4th of July weather, if you ask me. A little on the hot side, but at least we're seeing plenty of sunshine now. After some early morning and early afternoon clouds, you can see middle to upper 80s, a little warmer than average, but we'll take it for the 4th of July. You can see South Haven, a popular destination there in the top left. We'll make that a little bigger for you. Just a perfect beach day. The water temperature there in the lower to mid 70s, so pretty nice in the water as well. As we look at satellite and radar, clouds really broke apart the last couple hours. And no real rain in our vicinity. There was a storm a little south of Flint. That has also since weakened. You can see it approaching there to the Detroit Metro. But for us on Live Doppler, our 100-mile scan here, fairly quiet. We'll watch a few of these little showers percolating out over Lake Michigan, but I don't expect that to do much for any firework displays tonight. Temperatures at this time, 86 in Kalamazoo, Allegan at 87, Grand Rapids as well, Battle Creek here at 85, South Haven a very warm 86 degrees. So that water again refreshing today. Fireworks forecast, I think we're dry. Sunsets around 9:22. Most displays are closer to about 10:15. We'll be in the upper 70s by that point. Humidity dropping, but not for a couple days. We'll talk about that and also a storm chance on Sunday coming up a little later. Princess.
Thanks, Will. This year's Independence Day celebration in Schoolcraft looked very different after it was announced this year's parade was canceled. The American Legion stepped up to put on a celebration, and News Channel 3's Tyler Brummett has the sights and sounds from Schoolcraft.
Step by step, a parade of people walked through Schoolcraft, decked out in red, white, and blue.
Make sure everybody gets one.
This is what Schoolcraft is known for, is our parade. And everybody comes to it.
But this year's parade was not what Lori King was expecting. She and Kim Parker were planning a more traditional parade up until last week.
The only thing that was canceled was the parade, but that was the big draw. That was brought thousands of people to town. So we're trying to support everything else that's going on here in town.
You'll remember the village council decided to cancel the tradition because of a police officer shortage. It happened after last year's parade was also called off because of US 131 construction. The American Legion, though, stepping up to make sure there was at least a scaled-down celebration. They marched Friday alongside community members.
This is not a protest. It is a peaceful way for them to show the patriotism, which is what this 4th of July is all about anyway.
Even though this isn't the normal 4th of July celebration here in Schoolcraft, I talked with people who tell me they're just thankful that they're able to come together with family members and have a great time.
I just think that celebrating freedom is really important, and it's great having my family close by. We're all from Schoolcraft, so I really enjoy that, and having them here, it's really important to me.
As for Parker and King, they tell me they have a big promise for next year.
We'll do whatever we can to bring that tradition. I think Kim and I are in total agreement. No matter what, it's going to happen.
In Schoolcraft, Tyler Brummett, News Channel 3.
King and Parker also say what makes the cancellation difficult is this would have been the 100th year for the parade. And by the way, Schoolcraft still had other festivities today. This is video from their celebration. They had hot dogs and drinks available for people. There was also music and a bounce house for the kids. And don't forget, Schoolcraft will have their fireworks tomorrow night. It begins at sunset. And the Field of Flight celebration returned to Battle Creek this 4th of July. Thousands from across West Michigan have made their way to the multi-day event to participate in the festivities. Today's main event, the air show featuring the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds and many more aircraft taking to the sky. News Channel 3's Carter Landis joins us live from Battle Creek now with the highlight of the show. Carter.
Yeah, Princess, the highlight of the show is actually going on right now. You may be able to see it behind me, but you can definitely hear it. The Thunderbirds are going right now. They've been going for about 20 minutes or so right now. It's an excellent showing of the F-16 Falcon jets, and there's been an excellent crowd on hand today for these air shows that have been going on all day long. People we talked to said that they come every single year to see these sort of things. They say this is a staple of Battle Creek, and this is what makes this place great. Organizers anticipating thousands of people on hand to watch the Field of Flight air shows. They say it's one of the biggest crowds they've ever seen, and the event has been happening for nearly 50 years. Aircrafts performing stunts in the air, even breaking the sound barrier.
But it is great. I'm glad that everybody's coming out. I hope everybody's enjoying the event. Now that the wind's picking up a little bit, we want it to die down for balloons, but now that it's picking up, it's great. It feels great out here, so I hope that people are out there enjoying it.
Pilots go through a long process with the International Council of Air Shows to enter the Field of Flight. Many performers taking to the sky on Friday, including an F-18 Hornet. The aircraft's dazzling those in attendance. People visiting Battle Creek from all over the state to enjoy the show.
I love the Thunderbirds, and so I'm really excited to watch their air show today.
Many people who came to see the show bringing their families. People we spoke to say they hope to pass on more memories with their loved ones. Dan Horner has come with his grandson for the past few years, hoping to keep it going.
It's kind of an annual thing now for us, and hope to continue it for a long time.
The Thunderbirds are over my head right now. They're still going. You can still hear them. I'm being a little bit louder, so apologies if back home I'm screaming into your TVs. I apologize, but they're about to wrap up here. The air show is going to be done at about 6 o'clock, but the festivities don't stop there. The balloons will be in the sky at 7, and the night wraps up with a fireworks show at 10:30. Live in Battle Creek, Carter Landis, News Channel 3.
Thanks, Carter. We heard you loud and clear. Now, there are all kinds of celebrations happening today for the 4th of July. This is video from the parade today in Richland, and the weather really made for a great time. Of course, you have all the usual parade fun: fire trucks, music, candy, horses, and even bald eagles. There are more 4th of July parades, fireworks, cookouts, and other events happening around West Michigan tonight and all through this weekend. You can find those events and other details on our website, wwmt.com. And we want to see your photos and videos from your Independence Day celebrations. To share your memories, just head to our website, click on the Chime In tab, and upload your photos and videos. Well, many Michiganders are hitting the road to get to their holiday weekend destination. AAA estimates more than 2.6 million Michigan residents will travel 50 miles or more during the Independence Day holiday, which of course creates lots of traffic on the roads and highways. MDOT hopes to ease some of that traffic by lifting traffic restrictions on 61% of its road projects statewide. But MDOT officials warn drivers that they should still prepare for those delays.
We have 179 projects ongoing across the state. 110 of those are going to see work and, the traffic restrictions lifted on that. I think anytime you have, record traffic like that, like with AAA saying we got 2.6 million Michiganders out there, it's definitely good to use caution. We've got more vehicles on the road, be patient.
MDOT is also reminding drivers to buckle up, stay alert, and avoid distractions at all times while driving, especially in heavy traffic situations. For those hitting the road to farther locations, the national average price for a gallon of regular gas is $3.15 today. According to AAA, that is down a penny from yesterday's national average of $3.16. Now, a week ago, the price of gas was 5 cents more at $3.20. The average a month ago was a penny cheaper per gallon at $3.14. And then a year ago, the average gallon of gas was 36 cents more at $3.51. Now let's take a look at state gas prices. AAA shows that Michigan's average gas price around the state is $3.16, just 1 cent below the national average. Some of the lowest counties' average gas price today in West Michigan are in Ottawa, Van Buren, and Calhoun County, while some of the highest prices are right here in Kalamazoo, Kent, and Barry County. Coming up, incidents involving fireworks are already making headlines across the nation. We'll tell you about one in Bay City and how it set off fireworks prematurely. Plus, with all the explosives and campfires expected to be lit this weekend, officials are advising the public on how to prevent a trip to the emergency room.